Hi guys, welcome back to the theframedsolutions podcast. This is the second episode in the season 4, 2024. If you're tuning in, welcome. If you're listening to this on YouTube, leave me a comment and let me know how you find the episode. Otherwise, let's get right into this. Today, I want to tell you about 6 things that are going to transform your 2024. Number 1, you have to have a plan for 2024. Let's quit tackling each day as it comes. Let's make a plan for this year. Explicitly state what you want to achieve this year. State what you want to do in your mornings. Schedule your afternoons. Schedule your night routine. And make sure you have a plan for each day. I've talked a lot about planning on my personal YouTube channel, Faith Liz's Corner, but I want to tell you that planning is very important. For you to achieve anything this year, you have to be strategic in how you plan. Quit tackling each day as it comes and establish for yourself a plan. I've established a planning system that I use. It essentially involves brain dumping. I have a scrap notebook. I have a spiral notebook where I write my week's plan. I sit down on a Sunday and write down things I plan to do that week. Everything from my kids' vaccination to the YouTube videos I want to plan, to my work, to what food we shall eat, to what emails I need to send out, what podcast episodes I need to record and schedule. Everything, I write it down in that spiral notebook. After I've written them down, then I prioritize them by putting the major tasks in my calendar. And after I put them in my calendar, I know on a Monday, this is what I'll do at 5 a.m. On a Thursday, this is what I'll do at 1 p.m. On a Saturday, this is what I'll do at 10 a.m. I've written down all my tasks and I've transferred them into my Google Calendar. After I've done that, then I get my notebook, which is my daily planner. In my daily planner, I'm going to sit down and create 3 priority tasks to tackle every single day. This could be batch recording YouTube videos, recording an episode, having a call with one of my clients, or following up on a warm lead who is supposed to be my client. I write it down in my planner so that when I sit on my desk on Monday morning, I know Monday, this is what I'm going to do, and this is the time I have to do it. After I finish that, I take my long-term goals and my long-term plans into my task management system. I use Asana to manage my coaching business, and I love it. I love everything about Asana. Why I use Asana is because I've used it since 2019. And I love the fact that it's easy to use. You can shift one thing to another thing. So I find it very easy for me to really know what tasks are about to do. When I'm done with that, I tick off every task in my daily planner based on how I'm completing them. Some of the tasks I might move them to the next day or the next week depending on how I feel. Because when you're creative, what happens? You might want to film a video today and you're not in the right mood to film that video. So I make sure I move that task to another day. That's my planning and priority system. That system works for me because I've used it for the last 4 years and it's working. I'm able to do a lot because I know what I need to do every day. So create for yourself a planning system that is going to help you achieve the goals that you've set. I know many of my friends complain they don't have time. You can tell a person, so why aren't you working out? And they're like, oh, I don't have time to work out. But if you just utilize that planning system, you'll be able to know when you can have pockets of time to do what you're supposed to do. I'll do a detailed course about time management and planning for my paid clients, and I'll let you know when it's ready. But right now, I want to tell you that you have to have a system on how you plan your day. Number 2 is you have to limit your distractions. 2024 is a year we need to take action. It's a year we have to achieve the goals that we've set. And the best way to do that is to make sure you limit your distractions. If you're on YouTube, you'll find many people talk about the monk mode. The monk mode is that you disappear for a given period of time, concentrate on your personal development, and when you come back, you are unrecognizable. So find a way to limit your screen time, limit how much time you spend on social media. Those social media apps are made to make us be addicted to them, that you have to be there every time, checking, scrolling, commenting, watching, sharing. If you use social media for your business, that's okay. But if you're using social media for only your personal hype, getting that dopamine hit, please limit how much time you spend on social media. You will see that you'll have enough time to do the things that matter and things that are going to move you ahead. Number 3 is to put personal development on your list. I've been on this personal development journey for the last 10 years or so. Everything I've done has been about personal development. But one thing I want to tell you when it comes to personal development, it's a personal thing. That's why it's called personal development. It's a self-initiated undertaking. You have to decide that you want to change your life. You have to decide that you're going to achieve those goals that you've set. You have to decide that you're going to put in the work to do what is necessary for you to get where you want to go. And how you do that is that you have to educate yourself. Educate yourself. There's so much information that you can gain from the internet, from books. Find a book and read. Some of my book recommendations that I really love, that have helped me change my mindset, create better habits, establish a business, lose weight, do a lot of things are: number 1 is the Bible. The Bible explicitly states almost everything that we need as humans to survive on this earth. I remember when I was in high school, we used to call the Bible Best Instructions Before Leaving Earth. That was the acronym we had for the Bible. But the Bible has almost everything you need, whether to navigate failure, whether to navigate success, fear, whether to take your step, whether to invest. Everything is found in the Bible. So if you're Christian, get yourself your Bible and read it. Number 2 is Atomic Habits. I love that book. And everyone that I coach, I recommend to them Atomic Habits. When I first read it the first time, I just read it because I wanted to know what it was all about. But I've been reading it. This is my first time reading it. And every time I read it, I discover something new that I can implement to help me build sustainable habits. I've used it to establish my morning routine, to start waking up early, to establish my business, to learn more about time management, to lose weight, to start a profitable business. Like almost everything that I've done since reading that book has been influenced by Atomic Habits. Number 3 is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. That book, I read it in 2021 and I really love his concepts. Actually, his concepts kind of tie in with the Atomic Habits because he says it's the small things that you do every day that compound to give you a big interest. As you have a bank account where you have compounding interest, is that you put the money today and you keep adding the money. By the end of the year, the money would have compounded into a bigger saving. The same applies with anything that you do. So if you do something small every day, at the end of the day, you'll have a big compound effect. Book number 3. Oh, that's book number 3. Book number 4 is book number 4 is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel. I love that book. It's a very small book, and how it's changed my life is that it's helped me learn the 4 agreements. The first agreement is your word should be impeccable. Everything that you speak should be a good word. If you don't have anything today, just shut up. If you don't have anything to do, just keep quiet. It talks about how to speak. It talks about not taking things personally. It talks about doing your best. And number 4 is do not make assumptions. Don't assume anything. Your job is to find the truth and not to make assumptions about anything in your life, be it your career, be it your friendships, be it your relationships, be it your work. Do not make assumptions. If you don't know something, don't assume. Just find whatever is true, whatever you want to find out. Don't make assumptions. The fourth book is about the secret mindset of millionaires. But that book has helped me break the mindset shifts when it comes to making money online, when it comes to monetizing my passion. Like for my previous episode that I did about monetizing my passion, it's helped me really get down to the root cause of what I need to do to monetize my passions. How to look at money as a supporting thing for my life, and also not looking at money as a hindrance or fearing it. The next thing I want to talk about is you have to learn to trust yourself. You have to learn to put in the work, and also you have to learn to keep your word. I know we all start the year and we say, I'm going to achieve this at the end of the year. This is what I want to get at the end of the year. I want to lose weight. I want to start a business. I want to change job. I want to move countries. But a want is just a want. But if you don't do the work, you're not going to get the results that you want to get. So this year, focus on trusting that you have whatever it takes to achieve the goals that you've set. And that comes down to believing in yourself. Believe in your own capabilities. Believe that the future you want is attainable. And when you believe, take the action. Taking the action means that you don't have those excuses that you always have every time. I'm not getting this because of this. I'm failing because of this. We have so many excuses. And those are the same excuses I've also had to work through, because most times I have excuses that are stopping me from achieving what I said I'm going to achieve, and those excuses keep me stuck in my inaction and option paralysis. Just like when you tell your friend, we shall meet at 2 p.m. and you're there at 2 p.m. If you say you're going to wake up early to work out, do that. Keep your word. Keep your word. Keep whatever promises you've made to yourself. If you can keep promises you make to other people, why can't you keep the promises you make to yourself? So every time you promise yourself something, get up and do it. The last point I want to talk about is I want you to track your progress. As you're making progress towards those goals that you've set this year, find a way to track your progress. Find a way to know how far you've come. There's a saying that goes that what's not measured cannot be tracked. If you can't measure something, you can't know its progress. Let's say I tell you to give me a glass of water. If you don't have the glass in which you're going to pour the water to know that you poured it in a glass, you won't be able to give me that water. Likewise, anything that you want to work on this year, find a way to track it. Find yourself a personal budget to budget your finances and your money. Find a way to track your habits. I have a habit tracker. It will be linked in this episode. Find a way to track your progress. Let's say if you're applying for jobs, you can create yourself a very simple timesheet to track the time that you're using to apply for those jobs, or even an application tracker whereby you track what organizations you're applying to and put the deadlines. Like, let's be organized this year, guys. Let's really be organized, because for you to achieve any goals, you have to start by being organized. Last but not least, I want to tell you that you have to take care of your mind. The Bible says, as a man thinks, so is he. Everything that we are starts from our thinking. Everything that has ever been made on this planet has come from a thought. Someone thought of something and made something out of it. The same applies to you. If you want to reinvent yourself, make 2024 your best year, create the life that you want, you have to make sure that your mindset is right. You have to make sure that your mindset is renewed every day. As it's written in the book of Romans 12, let us renew our minds. We renew our minds by transforming how we are thinking. You renew your mind by taking note of the things that you're watching, taking note of your thoughts, journaling, being grateful, waking up and noticing the good things that you already have in your life, having a plan, writing down your thoughts, seeking therapy, whatever way you want to do it. Make sure that 2024 is a year you take care of your mind. Because out of your mind, that's where all the ideas, that's where all the progress is going to start. If you think you've already achieved something, the execution will be very easy because your mindset believes you're already capable of achieving what you want to achieve. So this year, let's take care of our minds. Let's put God first. Let's keep our promises to ourselves. Let's educate ourselves. And also, let's take that imperfect action. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you have, please subscribe to my podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave me a comment and let me know how you found this episode. If you've enjoyed it, let me know, and catch you in the next episode. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in, and bye-bye. I hope you've learned something from this episode, and if you have, please rate and review wherever you listen to your podcast. Subscribe to this podcast. Share it with your family, friends, and those that you think are interested in career development. Also, follow me on the socials, which is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. The username is theframedsolutions. I can't wait to speak to you in the next episode. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.